Good morning, children. Today we are going to revise our lesson number 3 of Flamingo Deep Water by William Douglas. William Douglas has written an autobiographical account of his childhood misadventure which left an indelible impression on his mind. All details, particularly the feeling of fear, remained etched on his mind for years together. Later in his adulthood, he made a deliberate effort to shake off the terrifying memory and get over the phobia of water bodies. It is a first person account of the event that the readers can feel being reconstructed right in front of their eyes. Children, I can divide this lesson into 3 parts. First part talks about a childhood venture and his planning to learn swimming. As he already was having an aversion to water, when he went along with his father on California beach and got that fear, that phobia. And then later on, when he got to know of the YMCA pool, he chose for the venture. The second part talks about the misadventure in the swimming pool, and the third part talks about how did he overcome the phobia, the fear of water with the efforts. Douglas plans to learn swimming when he comes to know about YMCA pool, which was only 9 feet at the deep end and 2 to 3 feet at the shallow end, and the drop was also gradual. He equipped himself to learn the sport. He had since childhood aversion for water because at California beach he was knocked down by waves. Though his father laughed, but he was terror struck. Then, when he went to learn swimming at YMCA pool, he began to feel a little comfortable in water. One day, when he was all alone at the pool and there was all over silence, water in the pool absolutely still, had no courage to plunge into the pool alone. Then soon an 18-year-old boy arrives and he threw him into the water in a sitting position. Douglas plans to manage the crisis. Douglas at once goes to the bottom of the pool and is frightened but alert. And he plans to push himself upward on touching the bottom. Next to lie flat on the back and to paddle towards safety. Douglas go down to the bottom. 9 feet appeared to him 90. He was suffering from acute uneasiness. His lungs were ready to burst. He hits the bottom, summons all up his strength and strains to heave. Children, he made desperate efforts for survival. He tried as if he could catch a rope, but he was feeling suffocated. He was swallowing water. Legs were stiff like lifeless objects. He was feeling an irresistible downward pull, and he felt that all the struggle was futile. He was feeling acute physical discomfort. He was terrified out of his wits. He was seized by terror. Absolutely terrorized he felt. And yet another futile effort he wanted to make. But then he collapsed. Douglas now gave up all efforts, surrendered to the rescuing arms, and felt that he was dying. Fear, panic, anxiety, all was forgotten. He felt total relaxation and passed into oblivion. And the boy who had made him fall into the water, the swimming pool, he only took him out. Douglas found himself next to the pool vomiting. Douglas had a close brush with death. He got a phobia of water. Hours later, weak and trembling, he felt. He could not eat anything that night. Fear haunted him for days together. He was upset by slightest exertion. He felt wobbly in the knees and sick to his stomach, and never revisited the pool. He avoided almost all the water bodies. A few years later, a haunting fear of the childhood followed him. Joys of fish, canoeing, boating, swimming, marred by the same fear. Every way to overcome his fear, this fear failed. And then, one fine day, he decided to get an instructor for himself and learn swimming. He got instructor for himself, and then gradually he learned swimming with his help. A rope went through a pulley that ran on an overhead cable, and supported by the cable went to and fro in the pool. He practiced like this for weeks together. Months combined effort of self and instructor, he learned how to swim. He learned exhaling and inhaling while swimming. For weeks made to kick with his leg. Initially legs were stiff, but gradually they relaxed and could command them. Finally, he got a clean chit by the instructor in April, and then Douglas was able to dive and swim the length of the pool. The instructor was satisfied, but Douglas was not. He felt all the fears were not shed off. He successfully tried crawl, breaststroke, side stroke, and backstroke. Then he went to various places to learn swimming and to overcome his fear of water. This episode gave him a larger meaning. He felt death is full of peace, fear of death terrorizes. Near death experience and the fear of death intensifies Douglas' will to live. The lesson conveys the message that it's not death but the fear of death that instills terror and anxiety in our minds. Yet another message that the lesson gives is that clinging to past fears can spoil one's present. Hence, intensive and persistent efforts are needed to shake off the fears of past. Unpalatable and terrifying memories of the childhood haunt even the adult mind. The shadows of these frightening experiences continue to lurk in the mind and rob one of all confidence. One is unable to wriggle out of the tweezer grip of fear. Deliberate planned efforts can help in getting over the feeling of fear like Douglas. It is therefore imperative to make such efforts, otherwise one might develop a lifelong complex. Children, as the narrator recounts his fear of swimming that was deep rooted, and how did he overcome it? He has given this lesson the title Deep Water.